Hey YouTube, what's up? It's Kai here, Thursday guy, and this is week 4, I believe, and the topic is testosterone and hormone blockers. Excuse me. To be honest with you, I really didn't know too much about hormone blockers. I still don't know too much. There's not a lot of concise, in-depth information online. What I mean by that is just something that, the average person can just read and understand. And so I really wasn't trying to get too much into it because it really does not interest me. I do know that they give hormone blockers to children who are transgender to block whether it's female or male hormones from being produced so that they can have time to figure out what route they want to take. I have heard of male to females taking androgen blockers. Some trans men have taken them as well, and pretty much they inhibit your native hormone from being active, and it's easier to introduce the hormone that you want to have in your body. Let's see. I know some trans men have taken birth control, such as the Depo or whatever it is, to stop their menstruation or what have you. The downside to that is it can cause blood clots. It can make you gain weight in a female pattern. And I'm sure there are other things that what have you. I was actually offered to take Depo. But I turned that down real quickly because I'm like, that's not on my list of things I want to take. So that's it. As far as testosterone, yes, I am on testosterone. I didn't think about bringing with me what it looks like because I'm at work. I'm actually taking the gel, and it comes in a tube about that big or what have you, and rub it on my arm or whatever, and wait for it to dry. 2 hours later I could take a shower. And there are, of course, the male traits: deep voice, facial hair, body hair, change in body odor, change in urine odor as well, increased sex drive, clitoral growth, male pattern baldness if it runs in your family. Mentally, you change, like the thought process changes. I tend to be a little bit more mellow at this point, whereas before a lot of things would irritate me. Now it's not so much. What else? Physically, you change as well, like your fat redistributes as into a male pattern, and that takes time to do. Some people have increased energy. I am yet to have that, but I think my diet kind of contributes to it, but we'll see. I'm slowly changing that. Some people actually get headaches on testosterone. I've had a few, so that's something to watch out for. Things increase cholesterol as well. So, you kind of get all this checked out at the doctors or what have you. So it's important to have regular, blood work done. I also suggest for the first, I would say a year, but that might be pushing it for some people, to be in therapy to kind of work through the emotional differences and physical changes and what have you, but you definitely look at the world differently. And I'm not saying that being a female and the way they view things is terrible or anything, but you go from a switch of being viewing things as female or whatever, and then you view things as a male or what have you. Your perspective is definitely changed. You tend to be a little bit more mellow than high strung. Not to say females are high strung, I'm not trying to say that, but for some of us who have you kind of notice the difference. What else? yeah, I really not too, educated in this field. I can definitely say that because it doesn't really interest me. Um, so my advice to you guys who are not yet on um, hormone replacement therapy, to really search or research what it is and what effect it's going to take on your body, mentally, physically, etc. And to really, really think about it, because it's not a game to be messing with your body's, internal workings, because it can wreak havoc, um, on different areas, your liver and things like that. So to really, really think about it. And some of the changes are irreversible, such as the facial and the body hair and stuff like that, because once that start growing, that's it. Clitoral growth, your sex drive decreases once you stop testosterone, and a whole other slew of things. So really, really research, and if it really fits you, you'll realize that, or you'll come to the conclusion that the cons outweigh. The pros outweigh the cons, but you really have to think about it. So yeah, when I first started, or when I came to the conclusion I was trans, because I was older, I was able to start testosterone, as soon as possible. But I didn't. I held off on it to really give myself some time to think about it and, make sure that that's what I wanted. And I'm not saying if you decide to stop or whatever, that's bad. Bad for your body. You gotta make sure you know what you want to do. But if you decide to stop, that's all on you, and I have no judgments towards those. But just to make sure that's what you really, really want. And that's it. I hope all is well. Happy Thanksgiving to everybody. Sorry, this is not my, field of expertise. So yeah, I hope all is well. I'll talk to you guys soon. That's it. So happy Thanksgiving.